No, I leave. Okay, I leave for, so I'm gone for a total of 3 days. I come back, Todd has crabs. And family vacation when your parents are older is like kind of weird. It's weird. So Todd's turning 29 and he said to me today, he's like, should I just say I'm 30 and we just skip up a year?
And we didn't even talk about the finale of Survivor and Succession.
Oh. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to AnnieWood. You are my Woodies, my Stannies, my Insannies, my Orphannies, and my Slugs from another podcast. We are here at AnnieWood to tell you fun stories about Hollywood, about our lives. I'm here to show you my authentic life, my authentic feelings, the things I'm going through, to share them with you, and hopefully you enjoy a little piece of that too.
We want to bring down the establishment.
We're also here to bring down the establishment.
We want to end wokeness. This
We're
evil,
done with
toxic wokeness.
We're done. We want the whole world to be a safe space from wokeness. Y'all ready to be offended today? We're here to slice and dice. We're here to say what we want. We're here to slice and Andrew Dice Clay it. Okay, we do what we want. We live authentically. We say our truth. And we don't let any government or establishment tell us what to do. That's why you need to smash the like button. You need to smash subscribe. If you want more of this hard-hitting, edgy stuff, you need to comment, share, subscribe, like. Everything counts, okay? Anything you can do to help this grow will help us as a society stay strong against the man and the woke girls. And all those mean girls with the hairy armpits. Okay? Down with the girls with bangs. Now bang on that like button and that subscribe.
And you're also on tour still, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Come see me on the Welcome to AnnieWood tour. I've been having such a good time, you guys. It's insane. I had such an amazing time in Baltimore. I knew I was gonna like my Baltimore people. So thank you guys so much. And if you were at that show, throw a little a positive review in the comments to let everyone know that they should also come see me this weekend in Salt Lake City with Josh Potter at Wise Guys Comedy Club. So that'll be this Friday and Saturday, the 9th and 10th. You got to come to that, you guys. Keith Stubbs owns the club. I love this man. He's so awesome. I want to make sure he makes lots of money and we're all very happy. I love you, Mormons. I love you, Salt Lake Cityans. You guys are very cute, very beautiful. I can tell that Jesus loves you back. I also have a very exciting announcement. The AnnieWood and Friends show, the first installment of it, is at the Comedy Store in the main room on June 20th. It's going to start at 8 p.m. I have on the lineup right now Tim Dillon, Whitney Cummings, Josh Potter, and Ryan Sickler. We have a couple really big guests waiting in the wings. We're going to see if they have recovered from some things that they had to go through. And if they are, it's going to be an even better lineup than that, even though I know it's almost unbelievable. But these tickets will sell out. It's only one show, so grab them fast. And I can't wait to see you. We're going to be giving away merch and prizes and stuff like that. It's going to be very cool. I'm so excited. I'll also be in San Antonio June 23rd and 24th at the LOL Comedy Club. Josh Potter will be with me for there. I'll be in Philadelphia August 11th and 12th at the Punchline. Come to that, guys. Look, I know it's a weird time of summer, so I'm going to really need you guys to just pack up your swimsuits early, wipe off your sunblock. Summer ends on the 10th of August, okay? I'm going to need you guys to just pretend it's September already and just come hang out with me. So, I'm not doing jokes to an empty room filled with just my brother. Thank you. Also, I'll be at the Calgary Great Outdoors Comedy Festival with Andrew Schultz on August 27th. And I'll be in Austin, Texas on October 6th and 7th. Get tickets for that. I also have San Jose. I have San Francisco. I have Canada. And I have La Jolla, where I think I might be filming my special. So all of those will be in the fall. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you guys.
Welcome to AnnieWood.
Hello, guys. Welcome to episode 31.
Oh, my goodness. That's so many
episodes.
episodes.
I'm so excited. It's older than Todd. This podcast is older than Todd.
Oh, my goodness.
And by the way, Todd's birthday is here.
My birthday is basically at the end of at midnight tonight.
It is. It's tonight.
And guess what I'll be doing?
What are you going to be doing?
Clicking on a computer.
He's going to be playing poker. No, he's going to be editing this episode. Here's what I love about Todd. He's always working. When he got his job at Netflix, when he got his third job at Netflix, since he met me, hello, I really cleaned this boy up, gave him a good life. I gave you a good life.
Listen, I was cranking him out at the Comedy Store too. What
does that mean? Yanking him out? Wanking him out?
I was wanking him, cranking him,
downstairs with Mike Schmidt just jizzing on a cookie.
Oh, I miss that Schmitty so much.
Oh, we love our Mike Schmidt. We like to call him about all of our law discussions. But anyway, we don't have time to edit out what we're talking about. So we're going to just keep moving forward. So Todd, when he got his job at Netflix, I go, are you sure you're going to be able to like handle the podcast and that? And he goes, yes. And here's the thing. He just never stops working. He's just never had a minute off of work. He has some time off. He plays poker.
Sometime.
All right. So I got my nails done today thinking that I was going to convince Todd to propose to me on camera.
Oh my goodness. She wanted to do it just a random day.
I just want to see the fucking ring.
Well,
I want the ring.
Have patience. You ever had patience before? You ever been a patient person?
No, I'm not a doctor. I haven't had any patience.
No? Speaks for itself, I guess.
Listen, I want to see my damn ring. I want to see it. It's mine.
Close your eyes and think about it.
It's mine. I paid for it. I want it.
Close your eyes and think about
it. It's torture. But I'm glad. It actually made me really happy that you had a plan because I didn't think you had a plan.
Oh my God.
I thought you were just waiting for me. Well, I keep going, can I see the ring? He goes, you want it right now? I'm like, what? No. But you're just kidding. You're bluffing when you said that?
Well, because you keep asking me to give it to you.
Yeah, I want to be proposed to. I bought my engagement ring. I'd like to be proposed to.
You didn't buy it. You bought half of it. Not even half. I had to pay for most of it.
But you didn't pay for the diamonds. Those are given to us. So what did you pay for?
I paid for this that made me that he had of all this money. He told me it was going to be no more than $1,100, and he cranked that price right up as soon as he got it.
Well, you know what? Hopefully it's cute, because if not, we're going to have to buy me another ring.
When did you find that out, that the price is going to be more than you thought?
Well, when he already finished it.
Like, was it recent today?
It was more than double than what he told me it was going to be.
Because Todd's feathers are ruffled today, and I'm dying to know why. Is it really okay?
Your feathers I don't have no feathers ruffled. I may have some scales ruffled.
Oh my gosh. So I go on family vacation. Todd can't come. Todd can't come on family vacation because he's working 24/7.
You were going to stay on family vacation.
I was going to fly. Listen, first of all, I tried to fly Todd out for 1.5 days and he was going to bring Randy, but my sister-in-law is allergic to Randy. So
I'd have to drive
he would
Randy.
have to drive to New Jersey to drop it off. But your mom actually lived close. She lives close to where we were.
And my parents were supposed to also come. So the dog would have just been at the house by itself. The
other dog would have been there with him.
Yeah.
SAing him. But anyway, so I had this little thing planned and Todd was like, I can't go. That makes no sense. And he was right. He was correct. So I canceled his trip and I went by myself, but I was going to go to New York and I really want to do Chicks in the Office again. My girl, Rhea and Fran. My girls, Rhea and Fran, I want to do their podcast. I wanted to do Liam McSweeney's podcast. I was like, I'll just have 2 days to kill before Baltimore. But I'm not good on a long extended trip. That's actually not how I'm supposed to live. And I thought maybe, I would save travel time, And no. Todd goes, come home for my birthday. Because I was actually going to miss his birthday, but be celebrating with his family.
Yes.
It was going to be everyone hanging out except Todd.
And then I would have just been home.
But he's a middle child. He's used to that.
So I'll tell you what I did, guys. I'll break it down for you.
No, I leave. Okay, I leave for, so I'm gone for a total of 3 days. I come back, Todd has crabs. And I wish it were the STD I got in college because that has a cure. The only cure for Todd's crabs is time.
Or cooking.
And possibly feeding it something. Todd got 2 crabs. I come home. Todd got 2 crabs. Right? That seems insane. He also got...
They're fiddler crabs, by the way.
They're so cute.
It really is. They are... Here's what happened. So you guys know I have a terrarium. I also made a live aquarium where I
was going to say, got 5 fish.
I'm gonna put some aqua soil in it, and I planted some plants in it. So I said, you know, I'm gonna go to the pet store. I'm gonna get some fish for the aquarium. And so I go in, and you guys know I already have a terrarium. Also,
Why are you repeating that?
I said that already?
Yes.
That's because I'm looking around and I see all these cool reptiles. And I've been doing my research online. I just what I've been watching is a lot of reptile videos.
This is crazy. It's like, should I just be like, cheat on me? Like, go cheat on me. Cheating on me would be cooler than this.
And I see this beautiful crested gecko. I go, oh my God, is that a crested gecko? And the guy goes, he's like, yeah. He's like, you know, they're actually the easiest geckos to take care of. They're so
How
hardy.
long do they live?
They live for about 15 years.
It's like, consult your wife. Like, consult the one that pays the rent.
No, you left me on my birthday. I consult no one when they leave me.
I didn't know it was. I thought it was your 29th birthday, not your 9th birthday. I didn't realize you were regressing 20 years.
So I get this gecko.
Gets the fish. So he's a gecko. He's
And
got
the
5 fish. And he has 2 crabs.
And
I've gone 3 days. So each day he went back for another trip. And then he's like, we got to get more space in this room. It's like, no, enough.
Well, the thing is, after I got the gecko and the fish, I went back to get like some more like gecko supplies and fish supplies. And I saw these crabs and I said, oh my God, what the hell are these? Fiddler crabs?
They're so cute.
Fiddler crabs, they're like these little crabs like this big.
They're little Jewish crabs. They go on the roof.
One claw is like huge. So it looks like they just have this giant claw. And then the other claw is so tiny and small. And that's
and they just
his,
eat. He just
that's
eats
his
the
little
sand.
eating.
He just eats the sand. It's
so they just
so
walk around and just
cute.
eat. And he's got this giant claw. And they were like $7. So I was like,
here's the thing. It's not about the money. It's about the livingness of them. These are living beings.
So they told me, so I was going to put it in the fish tank. I was like, oh, I'll just put the crabs in the fish tank. That'll be cool. But the thing is with the fiddler crab, they need to be able to go above water because they're subaquatic or whatever.
Because that's where their fiddle is.
And so they need to have like a beach area and they
oh
can go
my
in the
God,
water.
they're so high maintenance.
So then
they
I
need
was
a
looking
beach.
around.
They need a oceanfront property.
So then I was like looking around.
Me too. I'm a fiddler.
I saw a 10-gallon fish tank. It was like $35-$40. And I was like,
I like when you say $35-$40. That means it's $50.
A crab terrarium for $100 right now. So
how many crabs were you gonna get for it? If it was $35-$40?
There were
you meant for the sand and stuff.
Yeah, for the sand and all the stuff. So the guy was like, I was gonna get like 5. The guy was like, he was like, start out with 2, see how they do.
Well, he got a male and a female. I'm like, they're gonna mate, and it's gonna be like World War Z, and all the crabs are like all on top of each other climbing
the male
out.
has the big giant claw, and the female is really tiny, has 2 small little tiny claws, and they just eat like this.
But the female can use both claws to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
The male only has just...
You guys, you know what it is? It just shows how you're just brute, dumb muscle that doesn't do anything. It does
nothing. The claw, it like is not used for anything.
You're useless.
It's useless. Only to be like, look, bitch, look at my big ass claw, bitch. That's literally
he does look like buff on one side. It's like, oh my God, you need to like rotate the weights.
And he is so cute, isn't he?
I love him. He's so cute. We don't have a name for him yet.
He climbs up the plant for some reason. He like looks around it, and he's got like the weird eyes, and he like looks at me sometimes.
Like Josh?
He like looks, and he's like, you gonna feed me?
Should we name it Josh Powder?
We don't have any names.
We don't have names for them, so maybe post some pictures or a little video of them here, and then
here I'll do this. I'll go. Oh, so also I got for the aquarium, I got a betta fish, the Japanese fighting fish or the Siamese fighting fish, whatever they call them.
Do you relate to them? Not because you're Asian.
I tell you what,
wait. Not because you're Asian, but because you're a beta.
It's not beta. It's
fuck. That was so good.
I know. He doesn't let me talk on my own podcast. He literally has steamrolled me and not let me speak on my own podcast.
Because I'm
Nobody needs to hear this much about your dumb crabs. This has been. We have 45 minutes on this episode. You've done 40 of them about this. This is so embarrassing.
Todd, I was in, baby. I'm in.
Keep going. Finish.
So I got the beta fish and I got glow tetras. Annie likes the glow tetras.
Yes.
You turn on the blue light and they literally glow in the dark.
I like all of them. I like everything he got. They're all cute. The gecko's cute as hell. Looks like Randy. He hangs. He sleeps like flopped over. He looks dead. I mean, all of the things look dead when they're not moving. But the crabs, I will say the crabs were really surprising how much I love them.
Yeah,
they're
cool.
so cute. I was eating crab legs too while you were introducing me to the crabs, and I was like, I didn't even feel guilt.
Hey, the big hook serves no purpose.
It's so cute, but the
No.
big hook you have to understand is this big.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
But
it's
it
funny.
is
They must,
huge.
the female crabs must be picking the male crabs that got a big hook.
That
That's
got
why
a
that
big
keeps
hook.
winning out. It's like, so
Yep.
they like a big hook on them.
Uh-huh. And it does nothing.
That's interesting.
But
It-
the
it
little
could
hook
grab
is,
a little
the little hook is like the reach around hand.
The little hook is the one he eats with. He's like,
It's like the stimulator, the sea stimulator. I don't
but
like
so
saying
I
the
have
C
the
word.
beta fish here with no name. I have the gecko here with no name. And then I have the crab here with no name.
There's a working title for
Do
the
I
gecko.
need to redo that?
You did perfect. Wonderful.
Okay, you had it on the right.
Correct.
Okay. So we need names. Did you just burp and blow it into the microphone?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm
this
sorry.
is-
Did you want them to keep listening to your bullshit?
Well, I got one more thing to say.
Oh my god.
I do kind of have a name for the gecko. I want to name him Serpa Design.
By the way, I have DM'd. I've reached out to Serpa Design. He has not responded. I've reached out to Chris Hansen. He's not responded.
So you guys are slacking. You guys have to hop on these.
You guys
people.
get these people. I did my Ryan Sickler episode where I told my messed up high school story. I'm a little raw still from the response. It's a good response, but God, people really.
They're trolls out there.
I know. I don't care, but it's just like it's a weird day when you tell a story like that. It's just so rough. People are like, I'm trying to think of the funniest one. This girl's ugly as shit. I'm like, what? I'm telling my story. Can you not look at me sexually for a second? Anyway,
Well,
that part we don't care about, but.
Can I say one more thing about the
Oh my
reptile?
God. Thanks for asking permission. I didn't answer yet.
So I've been watching a lot of reptile videos, and there's a lot of reptile personality out there. And what I found was there is a reptile person that looks like me, and there's a reptile person that looks just like Annie.
There's in the Annieverse, there's a reptile Annie and Todd.
Yeah.
And we do want to kind of like do a little more research on them and see if maybe we can set them up.
Yeah, the girl's name is, I believe, Reptile Garden or Reptilian Garden. I could check right now. She looks exactly like Annie if she was
And
a
the
reptile
other one
girl.
looks like Todd if he swallowed a little of the water. He's a little more buoyant than Todd.
Is it reptile?
But wouldn't it be great if we like made a love match?
It
through
would
them?
be so cute.
Did I ever tell you when I made a baby for someone? Did I tell you this story?
You
Todd?
made a baby for someone?
I made a baby. I created a baby.
Surrogacy.
I did. No, Mike. No, I was on the G train. The G train takes so long, or it used to in Brooklyn, that you bond with people on the train because it's insane. But we were coming from IKEA and I was kind of doing just like train crowd work with these people. I would go there. I was like, what's your situation? Are you dating? They're like, no, we're roommates. And I go, it seems like you guys have like a vibe or you have a crush on each other. Like, no, we live together. I go, just bang each other. Life's short. And they found me on Facebook and they were like, hey, we did bang that day and we ended up getting married and having a kid. They got divorced, but the kid is.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up, though. Hey, fuck the divorce. Hey,
Is that crazy?
Yeah, we can
They're like,
negate
we have
it.
a kid because you like forced us to like acknowledge it. Isn't that so cute?
That's a wonderful story.
That's so cute. We have to do this for these reptile people because these reptile people are so sweet.
I
and
love them.
so-
They'll share a tank together.
They're socially
A
awkward, so
nitrous
they
tank if
need a
they're
little
cool.
help. So
If
look,
it's actually Annie, it's a
I don't know
nitrous
if you
tank.
could see this, but does this girl not look exactly like?
It's uncanny.
She looks like my twin brother more
Do
than
you have
me.
it on this camera here? Here, put it on this so I could zoom in later. Does
And then
that
I'll show you
look
the
like
Todd.
you,
Look
or
up
does
the
that
Todd.
Look like you.
Look up the Todd and then I'll hold him up.
All right, and then the other guy is, what is his name? Something weird. It's
I
like
hope they're
rep-
single. You'd be shocked. These reptile people are usually married.
Wait, yeah, let me see. Should I see if she has an Instagram? Maybe
Just find him.
Well, you didn't see Todd get into terrarium life when he was still single. I mean,
Here's the thing.
it's when Ring Talk was in the...
Come meet my lizard is like a hard sell, I think.
I know you have to get into it once you're in a relationship.
No, he's tricked me into it. This is my new life as a crab owner. We're co-parenting crabs.
It's so cute, these crabs. Hold on, I'm trying to find him. His name is a little more...
You can't find him in your history?
I'm trying to...
We watched his last night.
I know I saw a lot of his. Serpa design is still king, though.
Serpa, come on our show, Tanny man. Tan man.
Here it is. Reptilius.
Oh my God, these people are meant for each other.
The king.
Right.
I'm gonna hold on.
Yeah.
Do you have it on my camera?
Yes, I do. They're both reptile people for real?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get them
That's
together.
Todd.
Yeah.
That's me if I ate a little.
It looks just like him.
Oreos and milk.
It looks like he's had some Krispy Kremes, but that's okay. We're not talking smack.
Here, tap it again. It's going out.
I mean, that's crazy. We got to set them up.
We do.
But anyway, okay. So I have an update.
It looks like... What's your update?
Are you done?
I'm done.
Can you imagine you were like ready to propose to me today? I'm all tired.
Oh my
I was spinning last night. I went on a family vacation, and family vacation when your parents are older is like kind of weird. It's weird. It's like my dad's like, it's just, they're just they're in the evening of life. So it's all about, you know, and then you get the kids running around and I'm like, oh my God, my parents could be alive when I have kids. Like, it's just crazy. It's nuts. But anyway, it was really fun. We had a good time. However, so I downloaded Rick Rubin's book. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about creativity. And I was listening to it and going on my walks, my daily walks. And he was saying, like, remember when you were a kid and what excited you? I think it was him that said that. And I was trying to like really think, and I was like, I remember I really liked art. I used to have this shirt. My mom got me this shirt that said, art is one of the few things left worth doing. And I used to wear it. And it was like such a nerdy little art school shirt. But I was just like a little kid wearing it. And I looked it up and I found the shirt and I ordered it. And I'm so excited to get it. But I was like, I used to love just drawing. I loved drawing. I loved it so much. So I got a sketchbook, and I remembered I had this teacher who I want to reach out to her on AnnieWood. We'll do it in the next solo episode. But I found her on Facebook. My elementary school teacher, Christine, her name's Chris now, or their name's Chris, not sure. But I had a hunch because I couldn't find Christine. I couldn't find her as Christine. So I was like, let's try Chris. And I found
CRIS.
I found them. No. It's
the right
regular
way?
Chris. But so anyway, but I remembered she, and this was back in the 90s. So I don't know what she goes by now, but Christine had gotten us when we were in elementary school to get a, like one of those hard bound sketchbooks, and we were to do a drawing every night, and then she would give us notes in the back of our sketchbook. And I was like, I loved that. And she taught me how to draw like the pupil of an eye and to show like the light hitting it and perspective. And I did some really cool drawings. I remember I did one of a horse riding a woman. I was in like third grade. That's like pretty crazy.
A horse riding a woman.
Yes, I also drew Amy Fisher. I got like really obsessed with Amy Fisher, the girl who shot her boyfriend's wife in like Jersey. You're maybe too young for that.
You got obsessed with that?
I got upset. I saw the Amy Fisher story. It was like, I can't remember who played her, but I was obsessed. So I drew a lot of Amy Fisher, but I also drew these kind of like, we had a lot of like art books around because my mom's uncle was an art book collector. So we had all these like Salvador Dali books and stuff. So I don't know. I drew some cool stuff. But so I was like, I loved drawing. It was so fun. So I went and I got myself the same sketchbook, and I was like, I'm going to just draw my hand every day because it's just next to me and it's just easy. And I never read this book, but sorry, this is the Shimani part. So I'm sorry, it's not funny, but I've learned a lot in the past week doing this. So There's this book called Drawing from the Right Side of Your Brain. I never read it because I don't read things and I don't have that attention span.
She glanced through it.
But I gathered this one exercise that they had where it's like, if you're going to draw, say I'm going to draw this, instead of drawing it regular, where I kind of like already in my mind have an idea of what a tube of Lumi would look like, you're supposed to draw it upside down. Or like, that's not that good an example. Like something that like is...
Like bent or something?
No,
or
you
like
just draw things upside down because then you detach your brain from what you think. Like if I were to draw you, but I draw your face upside down. So I would be drawing like your chin up here and going around. I'm looking more at the shapes rather than what I already have in my head as an idea of what your face looks like. So you use the other side of your brain. And you turn it around, you're like, oh, holy shit, that looks like way more like the thing. So I don't do that anymore, but what that taught me was when I'm drawing my hand, I just look at my hand and I just draw what I see. Not like it's a hand, but just like, okay, it's like darker here, lighter here, and then like this is the shape of this curve and stuff. So I've been doing it, and I'm drawing the best drawings I've ever drawn in my life, and I have not picked up a pencil or a pen in years to do anything.
So good.
So I'm so excited. I'm on day 8 or day 9 now.
And you're gonna do a 100-day challenge?
I'm gonna just keep doing it until I stop. I want to fill that whole thing, but I'll get so good. But I'm so excited. But anyway, so I just remembered loving drawing, and then I go on family vacation, and I was just doing sketches, easy sketches. I wasn't finishing them. I wasn't really shading them that much. I was just like, get it done. I was spending 10 minutes on it, no big deal. I get to family vacation, and I start to talk to my mom about it. My mom was an art major. My mom is so unimpressed and I'm like, oh, is this like cool? And she's like, And I'm like, oh, okay.
She's like, pretty good.
So I'm sitting next to her and I'm like, okay. So like I don't trace it, but I draw my hand and it's better than any of the other hands I've drawn so far. This
the
is
most
like
recent one?
This is like day 5, right? This is the first one sitting next to my mom. And I'm like, oh, damn, this one's good, right? I'm sitting next to her and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see what my fuel is here. My thirst for my mother's approval. So then I'm like, Mom, what do you think of this? And she goes, it's okay. So then I'm like, all right, bitch. And I start like drawing like the sleeve and the shading. And then all of a sudden I'm drawing like the perspective of the fingernails. All of a sudden the hand's starting to kind of like pop up off the page. And I'm like, this is like the best drawing I've ever done in my fucking life. And I'm untrained. I haven't done any art in forever. And, I have this like mental block against art for some reason, right? Which I figured out what it was. So then I'm drawing it and it's just getting so much better. And I'm showing my mom and she's like, it's okay.
What the
Will
fuck?
not give it to me. I'm like, what the hell? So then the next day I'm like, all right, well, what if I do my hand like in a crazier, like harder position? And she still like won't give it to me. And my sister-in-law's like, you're blowing my mind. Like, she's like, oh my God, this is like, and I'm getting what I need from her. And I'm feeling it. Like, I'm feeling so proud of myself. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting like the vein in my wrist. I'm like, I've never been able to like tap in. And it's like all to get my mother's approval. And then I remember back to my childhood. That's all I've ever done. I've never done anything but try to get my mom's approval in my entire life. And she won't give it to me. And I'm going to tell you, like, there's obviously something that she has with that, like attached to that. Because I was talking to her about it today. I was like, you can't just give to me that that's good. She's like, the wrist is good. And I'm like, but the whole thing, she's like, I'm just not really into photorealism. I'm like, Mom, there's something, but that's her shit. That's her shit. But what I will say is her not giving it to me is making me such a good artist. Like if she had not said, which I don't know if that's her tactic or what, I think it's more like her own personal issues with how she feels as an artist or whatever.
My mom's never given me any. The thing is, my mom never understood anything that I try to do.
She doesn't even understand English, let's be real.
So that's why I've never.
No, but my mom gave me this talent. My mom is so talented. And so I always think she's going to be like, take on my talent as her talent, like, because she gave it to me. But it's like detached for her or something. But anyway. I'm finding out my core wounds, right? But I'm also finding out how they really catapulted me through, because I never would have done the sleeve. I never would have done the shading. I would have just been like, that's good enough. But now trying to impress my mom and knowing that she is impressed, she just is having trouble saying it for whatever reason.
I'm just not that into photorealism.
I know, I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to be into it. It's crazy. It's like,
so
Mom,
wild.
I'm like, I'm like, that's crazy. I just look at this, looks exactly fucking like it. And they haven't even done it. I'm like, I'm a fucking gangster. I'm like, Mom, I've not done this. This is not like a thing I study or anything. I just started looking at exactly what I see and just trying to really, really match it. And there's still a lot of work to do, but I'm gonna get so good at it. But I realized like, even like, if I think back in my childhood, I joined the boys baseball team. That was to impress my mom. I don't think, like, I have a lot of trouble not worrying about what the audience thinks of me, right? I think this is the first time in my life where I'm really like, okay, I have to impress myself. Like, I have to be proud of myself. Because the thing is, like, I am, but I still want my mom to tell me, you know, like, I still want. So, but I just realized, like, God, my whole life, I've just been like, I loved art, but I loved the moment of showing my mom it.
You know what's cute?
What?
I think we were going through the same exact thing at the same exact time.
When you were
when I
your
go
penises?
into those reptile stores, I feel like I'm teleported back into like a kid where I'm like, oh, I want all these in. Oh my God.
I mean,
and
honestly,
that's what it was like to me, where I
yes.
was like, and then I was like, but I'm like an adult with
Yes,
like
it's
my
like
own
reclaiming
money.
it or something.
So now I could like get any of these. And I was telling her, I was like, you're lucky I didn't come home with that blue tongue skink that I wanted, because I really wanted that blue tongue skink.
You should save it. I'll get it. I'll get you one. I'll get you one in Vegas. We'll call it Skink Fest.
Oh yeah, baby.
But honestly, like, I want to cry you saying that because I feel so like tapped into like.
We
this,
felt
like,
it at the
joy.
same time at different ends of the country.
This joy, and it's like, and I'm not like, I don't want to judge myself or my mom for any of this that I'm talking about right now, because my mom is proud of me and I know she knows it's good. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? But like, whatever her thing is, and we were being funny about it. I'd be like, you fucking bitch. Like, she would like turn her head and then I'd have like the sketchbook up. So she'd turn again and be like, still nothing. Like, come on, bitch. She's like, I can't give it to you. So we're like having fun with it. And it's cool to be an adult and kind of like witness these childhood things, these motivations, and be like an adult looking at them, kind of what you were saying.
Yeah.
And realizing like, I don't know. I just feel like so much of my, like, feel like my childhood was trying to impress my mom. My 20s was trying to impress guys. My 30s was trying to impress women. And my 40s are now like trying to impress myself.
Oh.
Wow.
I know. And I feel so excited. I'm not in my 40s yet, but I will be in a month. But I feel really like, I feel so unleashed, so excited. I feel like I have so much potential and talent that I haven't tapped into. And I realized I am PMSing right now, so I am getting a little emotional. But I realized, because I did just tell this story though, but I did just tell this story on Ryan Sickler's podcast. It's like, I was assaulted by my art teacher. I got like betrayed by like that like world, you know?
I know.
So I think that was like a thing I like kind of like just put to sleep. And so it feels like really good to kind of like take that back and be able to like.
You gotta take it back.
Work on it. And I'm not fucking damaged, and I don't have a lot of baggage. Fucking scumbags on Ryan Sickler's account. It's like, I feel like really good. I feel like really like, I just never even like, it just never clicked for me that that's what happened.
Yeah.
It's like, I just didn't, because I liked my art teachers before. And I remember I had Susan York on, my professor, Susan York. We just like, the lighting was bad and the
audio
sound was bad. It was like my first interview, but I think there's like pieces that I can pull from that interview, because my art teachers that did not jizz on me, use me as their human canvas. I really love them. Like, I really want to call Chris, formerly Christine, and like tell her, because it just meant so much to me to have someone just like nourish that and like encourage it, you know?
Yeah, that's like if Serpa Design raped me.
If Serpa Design sprayed on your serpent.
I'd be ruined, but reptiles would be over for me.
Yeah, but it feels like I just feel so excited about like what else I can do, and not wanting to like worry about that stuff anymore.
So do you remember what we called ourselves earlier today?
What?
We're evolving to Terrarium Todd and Artist Annie.
Annie.
Oh.
And it's so fun. I'm just drawing my hands. Like, I just want to draw my hands until I'm like inspired to draw something else, and I can start drawing my merch again, because I think also that Danny DeVito drawing being so successful got in my head too. And then all of a sudden drawing became like my job or something. Like I'm like, oh, it better be, even though they're always good ideas.
It's like one went so good that you're burdened with when you imagine like, oh, maybe I should draw. It's like, you're like, well, you feel like you have to bring A game. Like,
yeah, you don't want to be True Detective's second season.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Todd, you see me tossing and turning in the middle of the night. You know what's going on?
Her brain is spinning. She's going, what am I sick? What do I got a itch in my head? I got an itch in my I got an itch in my armpits. What is this? What could it be?
No. I'm tossing, I'm turning, I'm thinking, what is going on in here? I go, is this anxiety or did a worm crawl in my ear? Well, either way, I better not Google it because it's gonna tell me it's something even worse. So you know what I do now? I grab my phone. I don't even go on Google. I don't go online. I click on one app, ZocDoc, and I gotta go to an ear, nose, throat doctor. First, I type in worm and ear doctor. There weren't any of those. Then I type in ear, nose, throat near me. They have my address in there already. They find me one within 10 miles, 5 miles, 0.25 miles. They show me all of them around, the ones that take my insurance. It's that quickly. They'll tell me, in the middle of the night, I can make the appointment for 2 days later, 1 day later, sometimes within 24 hours. I am in the doctor's chair. He's looking in my ear. He's going, it's anxiety. There's no worm in there. Look, ZocDoc is the only free app. This is a free app. So when you guys sign up for it, you're literally just, it's just a little gift from God. And whether you believe in him or not, I think we can agree. He did something here, okay? Because this app is absolutely free, and it's the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. When you are not feeling your best, finding great care that works for your schedule and finances shouldn't take up all of your energy. I love it, I love it, I love it.
Oh, it always helps her. I see all these things about her issues, her anxieties, her depression.
I don't have that much anxiety or depression. You're making me look like a fool here. You're making me look like a fool here.
She doesn't get a lick of sleep at night. She just is riddled with anxiety.
Oh
depression.
my God. I'm going to have ZocDoc. Can you find me a new boyfriend? I'm going to start dating a doctor, a ZocDoc. Oh my God. What if I married a ZocDoc? Would you come to our wedding?
A ZocDoc is just a regular doctor.
Would you come to my ZocDoc wedding? Sponsored by?
I wouldn't come to no ZocDoc wedding.
Would you come to my wedding if I married someone else?
No. What do I look like?
my
Johnny 2x4?
ZocDoc lets you choose from thousands of patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. Browse doctors' profiles so you can see what they look like. My favorite feature. Upload and verify your insurance information and quickly get the care you need. Go to ZocDoc.com/Annie and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. I have literally done that. It's ZocDoc.com/Annie. ZocDoc.com/Annie. And guys, I for real love this product. Look me in the eyes. I for real love this product. Check it out. But I did draw some other popular ones too. I was drawing in this one kind of like style where it was just myself as this cartoon in different places. And I had the one with the horse head and stuff, but I really never made myself sit down with the practice of doing it. I always waited till I was kind of like divinely inspired and it felt like someone was like drawing the idea through me. And those are always really popular, but this has been fun to just be drawing some bullshit. Because I used to sculpt when I was a kid too. I would sculpt and I never kept it. It was just more about like figuring out how to get it right. We painted together once.
Yeah, I need to paint more too.
We bought paints and never did anything with them. We really wasted that pandemic. That pandemic was weird. We had so much extra time.
I worked and worked.
I know. I got so successful with the pandemic. I got so successful.
I was working.
I know, but
it's
as far
so
as like
cute. We both had this moment from opposite ends of the world.
So Todd's turning 29 and he said to me today, he's like, should I just say I'm 30 and we just skip up a year? That's so funny. Like he could, like who cares?
No one would know. Literally no one would know.
Except the Woodies, but they'll keep our secret safe.
Isn't it kind of lucky for him that when you think about like how aging is sort of this like it's this thing that's always looming, you know,
Yeah.
and when you're with somebody that is older than you, you're always it's always the less terrible version of what's happening for
Yeah.
you. Like he'll always feel young
Yeah.
because it's like,
But he doesn't make me feel old. It's really weird. I do sometimes find myself weeping in a corner and I just look over at him and I go, one day I'm going to look so much older than you.
I have always been, since I was a kid, always just wanted to be older. I was just like, oh, I can't wait to
Don't fall into that trap though either. You should always
wait till I'm 13.
My mom used to always, this was a quote she used to always say, because she worked with the Grey Panthers, which was like an organization against ageism and fighting for the elderly.
Grey Panthers.
They stole from the Black Panthers, but that's okay.
is that like old retired Black Panthers?
That's okay. They were white. Maggie Kuhn. But her last name was Kuhn. That's literally what it was.
Wow.
But so Maggie had a quote that said, the best age to be is the age you are. And my mom used to always say that. And it really did get in my head. And I've never been afraid of my age. I did always like lean older. I always had older friends and stuff. And,
yeah, me too.
But we have a lot of friends of different age groups. It's really been
Most
fun.
of our friends are older, even older than you.
I got younger friends too, though. It's fun. It's good to like know all these different people. You just find cool people. One of my best friends in the whole world right now is my Rolfer, Jan Sultan, who is this.
Jan Sultan?
His name is Jan Sultan. He's 82, or he might be 81.
Wow.
He is magnificent. He is so special and so smart. And he's teaching me all about my body. He's giving me these like structural, it's hard to explain, but Rolfers, like they move the deep fascia around in your body and they teach you.
What's a fascia?
Fascia is the connective tissue. It's what gives you knots and stuff.
The
Makes your back hurt.
fascias?
Yeah, the fascias.
Oh my
The fascias sound like your old neighbors. Have you seen what the fascias got for?
There's something strange going on with the fascias.
But anyway, but he teaches you about your body. Like I learned so much. He's so sad about it too that he wasn't able to cure my cluster headaches. But he taught me so much about like where my pain pattern was and what was happening and where it was connected and stuff. So it was so cool. But I had to cancel. I have to do something for Trash Tuesday. So I had to cancel our next appointment. And he's like, oh no, I'm going to miss you. Like we just are so kindred. We both do a lot of psychedelics and stuff. He's so sweet. What if I left Todd for Jan Sultan?
Jan Sultan?
Sultan. Isn't that so funny? He's so cool. He's so precious. And he just like has so many good stories and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about everything. And my family vacation was a little bit wild.
Family vacation is always wild.
It's just hard.
It's just you.
First of all, we eat so much. My parents and I, our fun thing that we do is just shove our faces until we're so upset.
Yeah.
I mean, we just are so upset. Just shoveling and upset and shoveling.
I just knew I was going to be stressed the hell out if I went.
I know, but you know what it is? It's like you need your current family with you on a family vacation because you need your like reality because I regress so far back that it's like I'm literally like being sucked into a time warp back.
I regress back. I bought a lizard.
I know, but it's like it was so fun. It was only my older brother, his wife, and my nephews and my parents. My twin brother and my nieces and sister-in-law couldn't come, but it was like it's interesting to be around such different energies. My dad, who's turning 82, my mom's 72, and then this 5-year-old and 7-year-old. It's just wild, you know? And but I kept looking at them. It's like every time I hang out with my nieces and nephews or someone else's kids, our nieces and nephews on your side, or nieces on your side, it's like I'm like, fuck, like, do I have kids or not? Like, it's like I have so many like life questions that are presented to me, which maybe is just anxiety.
I think it's like a maternal thing too. I think it's just like a biological thing.
But also like, I mean, I was spinning last night. I couldn't sleep. I'm so exhausted right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am so tired because I just was spinning and spinning and spinning. But it's like, I'm with my parents who, you know, they're, as I said, they're in the evening of life and they're like, my mom right now is like writing books. And oh, by the way, after my mom didn't give me anything about my drawings, she read the first 30 pages of her book to me that she's writing.
Pretty good.
No. I told her, I said, Mom, I'm not taking on what you did to me. I'm going to give you all of your flowers. I'm so proud of her. It's so good. It's so cute. It's just like she's 72 and she's just like writing multiple books throughout the year. And they're so well like researched. And it's just so cool. She was reading me this book and I know she's my mom, but I'm like feeling these characters. I'm in this world with her. It's so special and so cool. And she's sending the first 30 pages out to publishers and stuff. I'm just really proud of her.
Wow.
It's so cool. But it's just, it's just getting to this time where it's like, there's an elephant in the room and that elephant in the room might break its hip.
Blue-tongue skink.
Dog, look at my Google right now. I'm picturing these blue tongue skinks.
We can get one. I want to get a snake too, but
a snake.
Can't you see me as a snake girl? But I just don't. What if it kills Randy?
I know that's the thing.
Oh my
I
God.
think it not even kill
we have to
Randy.
prioritize Randy.
I think it'll see Randy and it'll trigger its like food and it'll be like more bitey if just looking at Randy.
It'll be like Annie seeing the kids.
Yeah, exactly. It'll
It's
be
gonna
like,
remind him of his nature.
But it's also like, so I did my Mind Bloom yesterday, my third session of Mind Bloom, and you're supposed to do it on a day that's calm, but I didn't want to do it before we did a podcast. I didn't know how I was going to feel. So I did it yesterday after I came home from the flight, and I was like, just really crying about my parents. Like, oh my God, they're going to die. Like, it was like that, where I was like, it's just, yeah, I want to like live in the present, and that's usually what ketamine gives me. But I think I came back with like a lot of sorrow with me, which is like just the same as like love, anyway.
mm-hmm.
But I just really like, I know that my dad is like scared, and I just felt that for him. So this is a weird episode. Sorry guys, but it's real.
People are gonna love this episode.
People are gonna love it.
The ones that people think are weird, or that you think are weird, are the ones that it's like, this is great.
Well, I want to be vulnerable. I want to be real, and that's just what's going on. And I'm literally have a tampon in me right now, so it's a light.
I was already thinking if we were out of time right now, this is a killer. Like we killed it with the time we had.
Yeah. Oh, that's what my
we
dad will say one day.
didn't even talk about the finale of
Succession.
And Succession.
Wait, and Mike, you've been...
Oh, I'm on, what is it? Love at First Sight.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
man, I'm all in that. And we're on season 4. I've just begun the show totally. So like season 4 is my introduction to
right,
it.
I didn't watch the other seasons
We
either.
like binged the season 4 in Toronto, didn't we?
We binged that. We binged your
and then
show,
remember
Outlast.
we couldn't sleep all
You have to watch
night?
Outlast. Did you watch Outlast yet? That's his
You did
show.
watch it. You did say
I watched
right?
it and it made me mad as a motherfucker, dude.
Really? Were you mad at the women?
Yeah.
They didn't win.
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah, they were written up as reality TV's most evil villains. Which is crazy.
But how compelling. I mean,
That
as far
was
as like
great,
a project goes, it's like, it really made me feel, I was texting you going, if they don't let this guy join that team after he comes across the lake, I'm fucking quitting the show. Like, I was really hurt by
Guys,
that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm having under boob sweat.
Oh my! I know it is hot in here. I think the AC is not on.
That's okay.
But yeah, and there was a lot of stuff we cut out of that too, where they were even worse.
Damn.
But so Love is Blind you're watching. That's great.
That was okay.
But here's the thing, with the Love is Blind, that's more about like, it's more like a timely cultural thing. So you have to watch those like as soon as they come out just to like have other people to do it with. We are diehard Survivor challenge.
So I'm new to Survivor. I just started like this year, and so we've gone through and just picked random ones, and we've watched maybe.
You could watch every single one.
Yeah, we've watched 7 or 8 seasons randomly and just binged them. I fucking love.
You could watch every season. I've watched every season multiple times. I do a thing where I detach while I'm watching it. I almost go into like a ketamine situation just naturally. I don't fully lock in so that I can rewatch it again in a few years and feel like fresh eyes.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And ADD as a gift, right?
So this season, the finale was Caroline.
Yam Yam.
Jam.
Sorry, spelled Yam Yam.
That kid Carson, his name was.
Carson, and I don't even know the
And Heidi. And who was the 5th?
That woman. I don't know her name.
No,
all
it
of
was
these
someone
scents
else.
should be toasted coconut. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm like so livid that my Lumi doesn't all smell like toasted coconut. It's the number one smelling anything I've ever smelled in my life.
So Big Brother, I gotta watch Big Brother too.
Big Brother's
Brother's
good,
great.
and Big Brother. Okay, listen.
My
I
neighbor
went back.
operates a camera on Big Brother.
Okay,
Yeah.
who's your neighbor?
Just my next door neighbor. Like actually,
Your
we
next door
share a
neighbor's
wall.
is not Tristan, is it?
Nah, it's Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, we
I
know
have a
some
friend
people
that
that
works
work
there.
on.
Okay, so
Big Brother's
Big Brother.
cool.
I'm gonna
Big-
tell you a Big Brother thing that happened to me though.
Oh
I went
my
back
goodness.
and I watched
She was Big
old
Brother.
episodes, but I could only watch them on YouTube. So they were like someone had
Really?
ripped them. This was years ago.
Oh.
Someone had ripped them from the TV.
Right.
So it was like really poor quality. And I went back to like one of the
Was it
evil
uncensored
Dr. Will.
or was it censored still? It was the same
was
rip.
always
It was just a rip.
Yeah. But there was what's the chiron? What's it called on the bottom of the lower third?
Like the time code?
You know, on the bottom when something's like moving across?
A ticker.
A ticker.
Yeah.
There was a ticker that was like, Twin Towers have been, it was like crazy. I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is so weird. I'm like, am I wasting my life away? What am I doing? I was like, oh God.
Whoa.
Yeah, Big Brother is cool because it's just like
They give you so much content.
There's so much content. You get
3 a week.
3 hour-long episodes a week. So that's pretty dope.
Whoa, that's a lot of TV, man.
And you could just watch the live streams, which is literally the cameras go 24/7,
And all you're
you
doing,
can just watch
you're
them
just trying
like,
to you're trying to catch them
sit there.
jerking off. You can tell because
What?
when
And
they put a
those
pillow
are
up.
completely uncensored too. So if they're saying whatever they're saying, they have to put a disclaimer.
Oh,
Whatever
do you know how
they
many
say
people
on
have like
here-
gotten fired and their companies have been like, we do not associate with this person because of like racist.
This
and
sounds
crazy
like
things.
the show
Yeah.
of them of
And
the reality
Big
shows.
Brother-
It is,
is-
and I used to hate it. I used to hate it.
The thing that's good about Big Brother is that they're so cheesy. Like
It's so corny and
it's
cheesy.
so corny. It's like it's almost like they're doing their best.
But once you realize that, because it used to come on after Survivor, like I'd watch Survivor, they would be like, previously on Big Brother. Like that's the narrator. He's literally like, previously on a Big Brother. And I would always be like, oh my God, this fucking show. But then you realize like, they have to make 3 episodes in a week and it's all live. So when they evict someone, that's like live. So they have to get all this content out so quick. And the best way to do it is if you just make it stupid and cheesy. And then, and when you realize that, it makes sense and it kind of fits and it's funny now.
and it's
with how
just so
cheesy and dumb it is.
like they'll have like fake throat, like a big fake face, like throwing up
Yeah,
on
yeah.
everyone. It's so dumb. Or they like have to go through a nose to get
But
something.
the reason why I asked if when you saw the Big Brothers on YouTube, if it was uncensored, is because they released all the like Flavor of Loves and the Rock of Loves. Have you ever seen those?
Oh yeah.
Those is what I
Both.
used to watch as a kid for some reason. I love those. All
Yeah,
the
Hoops.
spin-off.
Remember Hoops?
You ever watch Real Chance of Love? That was a spin-off of the I Love New York, who was a spin-off of Flavor of Love.
Wow.
Remember New York? She was on Flavor of Love.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then she
and
had
then she
her
said,
own-
"I love New York."
Yeah. But those they got put on YouTube all uncensored. And when you rewatch it uncensored, you're like, holy fuck, this show was wild. You're literally seeing like their pussies and shit. You don't realize that they blur out like when the girls are so drunk and they're like dancing and their pussies are hanging
my
out.
God.
Like they're actually hanging out. Their tits are always out, like a nipple's always out and shit. But when you see it like blurred on TV, it kind of like, you kind of just go, oh, it's almost like they're.
You're saying like there's more
But
blur on
when
TV
you're
than
They
we
have to blur
realize.
on
The
Survivor a
girls,
lot
like-
too, because
Yeah.
they're like in challenges and stuff, and the girls' fucking
Cookies.
cookies are crumbling in front of us. But I think the reason why I would really recommend Survivor and Big Brother is because then you get the joy of a lot of those people going onto the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
And competing. And a lot of
Yeah,
people a lot of the old school people from the challenge don't like that they're bringing in all these other people. But because we're diehards of those shows, we're so excited because we already know these characters. Because it used to just be real world road rules people.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. It's so good.
And then when they get on, they use like their experience from Survivor or Big Brother, and it makes them a different type of player.
Like,
And you can
they,
tell.
they come in
Yeah.
knowing how to play the game.
Or they're
Yeah.
like liars.
more.
They lie more, or
They're
they lie
strategizing
different
from the
ways.
jump.
Yeah,
And they
exactly.
have more like different types of like the Big Brother people have pretty strong alliances. The Survivor people will kind of fuck each other over.
Survivor people, they play it like Survivor, where they're like, we don't want to take strong people to the end.
Yeah.
We just don't want to do that. So they like play get the strong people out, and
I want to
Big
say
Brother plays like alliances. Like we need to have our people go to the end.
I want to give a AnnieWood manifestation shout out to a future guest that we can all put our energy into coming on. I want Caroline on this show, and I want her on immediately.
Oh yeah. So we got to talk
Where
about
does
the
she
finale.
live?
I don't know. But Caroline is this, what's the word? Wonky?
She's a silly
She's a
lady.
wonky lady.
But I liked her from the start. I think
Yeah.
other people warmed up to her. I liked her from the start. She's so smart. I relate to her because she's a recovering addict. You would like her because she's cracky like you.
Big
she does
crackhead.
this. Like when they cut to her, she's like,
She's always like, oh, and she just can't help but be honest, which I have that too, where it's like I always say the truth. And it's like, but it was amazing to see someone who always tells the truth get that far.
she made it all the way to the end.
And
yeah.
I think like, I bet you in retrospect, I wish that Survivor used to have these finales that were months later. Like Jeff Probst he'd put all of the votes into like
and
a
then
pot.
he'd take it and get into
and
a
he'd
helicopter.
get into a helicopter, and then they'd show him getting off the helicopter in a studio.
Yeah, like
a
he
live
flew
studio
there and
audience.
it's 3 months later.
And
and
it's
he's
like,
like,
it was the
yeah.
best. And after the pandemic, they stopped doing that, which sucks because
sucks. They
you
gotta
got to
do
see
it
them all
again.
fattened up and like in makeup and stuff.
Yeah, I remember those.
And the contrast was so fast. So now they just do it there. And you also got to see people like after they saw the season kind of acknowledge what their
Reflect
edit
on it,
was
yeah.
and maybe see, like I think a lot of people would be like, shit, we should have voted
And then
for Caroline.
people would go. Remember like Sia? There's like the singer Sia is a huge Survivor fan. And she would go and be like, my favorite player was this person. I'm
Here's
giving them
$100,000.
$50,000. Yeah. And they're like, oh, sweet. So that was
Yeah.
always fun to see like the celebrity appearances.
And you got to see
shit.
their families. And it was so cool.
I know.
And also, we definitely would have the hookup to get into that. No. Also, Jeff Probst has got to be
I
on
just
this podcast.
have to make my tape. I got to get on.
I thought you made one.
I didn't make one. I got to make one. You got to push me to make it.
You push
Just
me
like
to
I
do things.
push her to do things. You got to push me to do things.
Dude, let's get Todd on. I was going to say also, as a fan of those types of shows, you would be a blast on Survivor, dude.
I don't know how long I'd last though, because
Oh, it would
I'm
be
so
fun to
annoying.
watch.
In times of stress, I'm the most annoying person you could possibly have around.
Oh, Annie would get kicked off immediately.
I talk a lot and I get mad.
She'll start getting mad. No sleep, Annie. She'll
Oh.
be kicking
Right now, do you
coconuts
see how many
at
times I've been
people.
like, Todd?
She'll
I've been
be
the meanest
kicking
of-
coconuts at people.
I like hurting my own toe, kicking something, fuck, injuring myself. Another Survivor update. Jesse was supposed to come to my show and did not make it to my fucking show.
Oh my God.
And by the way, Jesse, you fuck. I see your Instagram stories. You're out every single night. You're out hanging out with people every night. And the one night I came to, well, it was his daughter's birthday. But he posted that night that he had gotten, that his fire alarm had gone off. So I texted him, or I DM'd him and I was like, hey man, I heard the fire alarm went off. At least we know you didn't start the fire because we saw your fire making skills.
Because he got kicked off because he lost the fire.
Yeah, and I was like, at least we know you didn't start it. But I'm excited to meet him next time.
Survivor joke.
Maybe
For you Survivor fans.
Jesse Lopez, get your ass to my South Carolina show. Okay.
So we got about 5 minutes. You want to talk about Succession too, real quick?
Put your hand out. I'm doing the end where she just places her hand on top of his hand.
Oh yes.
So people have been debating whether they think that was her giving him that he was asserting his dominance, or if it was just them mutually settling on each other.
Oh, interesting. So at the end of Succession, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, click away, but it's probably a week later, so you should have seen it. Tom becomes CEO, the most unlikely guy.
Did you not see this yet?
You know,
I'm not on Succession yet.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
ruined it
forget
for
what
you.
you're saying. Like
Yeah.
this won't. I mean,
No, you're doing the Survivor. Yeah, that's what I do. It's the best thing to do. You just go, I don't even know. Like Todd, I kind of know exactly where he's going to propose to me, so I have to pretend I don't know. But today, when I thought I was convincing him to propose to me, by the way, I was like, I'm getting my nails done. Maybe like, oh, we're going to be in front of cameras. I want to see my ring.
Oh,
And he's
man.
like, do you want me to propose to you on that? I go, I can't talk to you about it anymore. But then I go get my nails done. I'm like texting people. I'm like, I think Todd's going to propose to me.
Oh my
And then I get home and he's like,
God.
what if I already have a plan? And I was like, oh, but we have to wait that long because now I know where it is. But it's going to be fun.
God,
But that plan is better. That plan's better. I'm sorry I didn't believe you had a plan. Excuse me.
This woman.
We've had it since Toronto.
Have you ever guys met a woman like this?
Have you ever met a woman like this that can't make up his mind and propose to his wife?
Fucking blue.
I made up my mind. I just have to do it right. And doing it right now is not right. You'd be mad at me.
I think I'd be so excited to have the ring. I wouldn't be mad.
Oh my God.
It would be cute though, the way I think you're going to do it.
Well, we'll see.
Anyway, I will say this, now that I said all the stuff about my parents and stuff too. I do want to say that they love this show and it's so cute and they watch it all the time.
Oh.
I think that's so precious. And my mom's very supportive of my comedy and stuff. It's just this one thing she can't give me is the art.
Oh.
But she will. She told me the wrist was good and she was right. The wrist was damn good.
Yeah, photorealism is not really her thing.
I know. I'm like, it doesn't have to be your thing. It's fucking impressive. It's like, it's not my thing either. It's just, I just happen to be good at it.
They are really good too.
But I will say this. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like getting so excited because they're going to get good, you know?
Bianca's going to start doing something similar because of what you're doing.
Yes. I know. Everybody do it. Do it too. And
Tag her.
tag
her
me
out.
in all of your things. Like, I feel so unleashed. And you can do just a scribble. Like, it doesn't have to be.
And speaking of Unleash, if you have any reptiles, tag me too.
Yes. Okay. But I also wanted to say something during my shamani segment. I forgot to say another lesson I learned from this challenge I'm doing. So the way I've just been looking at what I see and just drawing what I see without attaching like my preconceived notion of what that looks like, I just realized that's a good metaphor for life, you know, and your relationships with people and how you relate to the world. It's like, maybe just take it on exactly what it is and don't like add all your shit to it. And it will turn out looking like a hand with good wrists. Maybe your mom will love you. And maybe if you do that, your mom will love you. But yeah, I've had a very fun week and a good episode here today.
Oh, yes. Guys, comment if you want Annie to let me have a blue tongue skink in addition to all my other animals.
I never said I wouldn't have one.
You would let me have a blue tongue skink?
I don't know what it is.
You want me to show you real quick?
Check it out.
Here, I'll show you.
Why
one
wouldn't I
here.
let you have that? Is it big?
It gets pretty big.
How long does it last?
Let's see.
I think your crabs are the fascias. Fascias?
The fascias. Yeah, the
Blue
fascias are
tongue
crawling a lot.
Skink lifespan. Guys, if anyone out there has a blue tongue skink, comment in the comments. Look, that's a blue tongue.
It's cute. Does it bite? It looks like it bites.
It
Everything
nips.
looks like Randy, by the way.
It does. Everything does look like Randy. It gets pretty big. 20 years it lives.
20 years!
Longer than Randy lives.
Wow.
Well, isn't that so sad?
Why don't I just name them Mom and Dad? Because they'll outlive them.
Why do lizards last longer than dogs? It's not fair. Dogs last the least amount of time. And it's so sad
That is unfair.
because they're the best
Dogs.
of the creatures. Dogs.
Randy, we look at him and he's so ugly and he's so obviously
I love Randy
born
like
from a rat.
human.
Like he's so obviously like part rat. It's like we're looking like, how does this rodent, like our favorite thing? He's so funny.
Look, that's the blue tongue. See, I would love my blue tongue skink, but I wouldn't love it like a human being. Like I love Randy.
Randy, can I
Like
just
if
tell
I
you?
needed to, I could get rid of this.
I was crying today. I was upset today. I was emotional. And Randy was like on my lap. And I went, I think I know what both of us need. And I got his little bag and I just carried him
then he
around
was
and he
like
just
this.
loves it. He just
And his
loves to
ears go
be
back,
in
and
his
hair
mama's
gets all
bag.
spiky.
Anyway, go inside your mom's bags, okay? Take a 20 for yourself. Go buy yourself something nice with your mom's $20.
So comment if you want me to get a blue tongue skink.
Yes. Also comment what you're gonna do what type of creative challenge you're gonna do. Just something that you do every
Do
day.
a creative challenge.
It can be as little as 10 minutes. My really good drawings take me about 30 to an hour. Not that
Reach.
much time, baby. I got it.
Reach into your child.
Remember when you were a child, what excited you, what you loved to
Right.
do, and also whose approval have you been seeking?
Exactly.
And if it's ours, try to impress us in these comments. Thank you for being here. We love you guys, and
and be peace on
Subscribe.
earth and peace.
Subscribe, baby. Really do. We love each other.
It's the meat and potatoes.
Welcome to AnnieWood. This is the land of the standies, annies, and fannies, and all of the sleeping nannies. Yeah, welcome to AnnieWood. This is the land of the standies, annies, and fannies, and all of the sleeping nannies. I'm gonna ayahuasca. I'm about to prosper. Blingy on my drinky, and Randy is living proper. Protector of the sick, she never let her fishes die. Never known to tell a lie, she even fixed Todd's eyes. Shout out to the slugs, shout out Woody's too. Shout out SD and Kalila and the AnnieWood crew. Cause this is AnnieWood, you know that this is how I'm living. Real and never pretending shit, you know that it's a gift. Welcome to AnnieWood. This is the land of the standies, annies, and fannies, and all of the sleeping nannies.